Hello and welcome to See This If. My name is Ben Lewis, and in this video we are looking at Alpha. This film was shot way back in 2016, and I believe the trailer dropped last year and was heavily featured at the start of this year. And then things started to disappear about news of when it was going to be released, and slowly but surely people forgot about it. And then it started to pick up a bit more momentum, and here we are. Alpha has finally been released. It's not exactly a film that I have been eagerly anticipating, but it is one that I was intrigued to see. The story is the first connection between a man and a dog, or in this case, a wolf. Before I go any further, I thought I would put a little bit of a warning in this, not because it's going to be a spoiler, but just so you know before you go and see this film that it is told in a fictional language and therefore it is subtitles. I'm not entirely sure why they decided to adopt a fictional language, but maybe because of how far back they go, it's 20,000 BC, that they couldn't possibly know what language was being spoken at that point and decided to create a fictional one. I could be wrong. If I am, leave a comment below and I'll correct myself in a future video. So the story is actually quite a simple one. It's not meant to be complex because the focus here is on the relationship between animal and man. In this case, a teenage boy called Kada. The story begins with a hunting exhibition going wrong. Kada is horrifically injured and then left for dead. He must make his way back to his family, who have decided to live quite far away, and he must bear the wilderness and the extreme weather to return to the family. On his journey, he is attacked by a pack of wolves. He manages to fight most of them off, including injuring one of them. He decides to take pity on the animal and decides to heal him back to full health. Like I said before, the plot is not meant to be overly complex, and somebody going in for a complex structure is going to be severely disappointed. It's a bit like Mad Max Fury Road. I was a bit disappointed at first with that film because it was essentially going from point A to point B and then back to point A. In this film it's going and coming back, but that's not the point of the film. The cinematography is fantastic. The acting in it is very heartwarming in it, but the overall feel of the film doesn't quite do it for me. The main character, Kada, I think that's how you pronounce the name, is played by Cody Smith-McPhee. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly, and I do apologise if I'm not. You may remember him from his performance in The Road. If you haven't seen that film, then please do go and watch it. It's absolutely fantastic. It's not in question Smith-McPhee's performance. It is absolutely fantastic. However, the character itself doesn't arc enough for me to feel truly satisfied with the film. I don't think he's gone from one place to another. There's no sort of transition there. He has built up this relationship with the wolf, which he's decided to call Alpha, but it doesn't have that much of an arc to it for me to fully enjoy it. It's a shame because the film had a lot of potential with its concept. You're not exactly going to be bored as the film runs little over 90 minutes and the action has a nice momentum to it. However, you may come out of this cinema thinking, I don't feel as satisfied as I could. My opinion is that it's because of the character arc and not much of a transition between start and finish. But you may have your own reasons as well as to why you may feel unsatisfied with it. Or you may feel completely satisfied with it. You may like its simple story structure, you may like the performances and the cinematography, and I might be completely wrong. But that's my opinion on it, and I would love to hear what you think. Please leave your comments down below. See this if you remember 10,000 BC being released in cinemas. It was directed by Roland Emmerich and released approximately 10 years ago. There's only two things that I remember about this film. The first one was all the actors in the film were perfectly moisturised and had perfect teeth. I'm not an historian, but I'm pretty sure that wasn't the case way back when. And the second thing I remember about it was they all spoke modern day English. Now, that's theatrical licence. I'm not going to criticise a film for using that. Plenty of films do, and they are great. But can you remember 10,000 BC? If you can, watch this film. What I would recommend is Apocalypto, directed by Mel Gibson. It is an ancient film and set in a completely different era to this one, but it exceeded all my expectations of what it could be and is a great chase movie. That's what I would recommend you go and do instead of watching Alpha, but let me know what you think of the film in the comments down below. Please like and share this video and also subscribe to my YouTube and Facebook channel. All the support will be greatly appreciated.